Hello, SG Prime. And welcome to Links to the Past Randomizer SGL Online. This is the open spoiler tournament. Tonight we have one more race. If you saw the last two, we've got one more race today. This one between Laoria and Fibonacci, lower bracket round 2. I am Jesse, Radical Sniper 99, joined tonight by Kaysden with Amarith doing the tracking. Hello, Kaysden.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm doing great. I see you're in the background of Leo's. Sorry, I had to do it.
Fake news.
Right. Leo decided she had to have some fun tonight and decided, as such, she was going to put the Kaysden mimic behind her. But yeah, this is an elimination match between Laoria and Fibonacci. The way we got here was Laoria faced off with Magno Hato in round 1 and took a loss, whereas Fibonacci beat Specs in round 1 and lost to Relkin in round 2, where in losers round 1, Laoria beat Freddy N3K to lead to this matchup. Winner moves on to face Brogor. Loser will be out, unfortunately, of the online tournament. And tonight we
both went straight for a sword.
Yeah, no, it's a nice sword.
Nice and free early pickup.
Yeah, agreed. That's a great early sword. A shirt's practically a shirt or a vanilla sword. Makes life much better always. Leo heading straight south. I think she realized she was missing something. Bombs?
Yep. I think she was going to be heading to Mini Moldorm Cave, would have been my guess. Wait. Okay. We're going south to try and get bombs. This makes sense.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I was curious. Like, we didn't really have a shot at any... Secret passage was arrows, so that wouldn't have worked out. Leo got 1 bomb, that's all she needs. Tier 1 tree pole, tier 2, tier 3 are all garbage. Rupee crab is garbage.
That's never fun.
And the large variety pack enemies are the bombs pack, so... Not really an option.
Yeah.
And yes, as always with all of the Link to the Past Randomizer SGL online races, we will be running with face cams. It isn't a requirement for this tournament, so enjoy the facial expressions of our runners. I can say both of them are very expressive usually. There is our Ice Rod and our Moon Pearl. Some more bombs and a heart.
So is this going to be... No, it can't be a cack place straight into Dark World. If it is, Bib would have had to have skipped a hammer and cack, which doesn't make any sense. So we'll see where Leo's heading next. Or I'm just curious what the plot is behind getting the Moon Pearl first. Like, it's not a problem by any means, but knowing her, she probably has something in mind.
Actually, it looks like this could have been in a Dark World cack seed. Fibonacci could have gotten hammer. Oh wait, he did get hammer.
Oh, he did. It's just not on the tracker yet. Okay.
Yeah. We always have a bit of a, SG tracker sometimes eats inputs.
Yeah, they do that. Also in spoiler, when you're getting stuff instantly right out of the gate, it can be easy to miss. But I didn't see it happen, so...
This MSU is the FF mix, and it actually is a bunch of arrangements done by Leo. So there's songs from FF1 through 10. There are some Easter eggs. I don't think we're going to get to hear any of those tonight.
So Leo is doing the VOO start straight from CAC.
Honestly, I like this play. If she can stick to this one, I think this makes a lot of sense. Because we do need to do Thieves Town very early in this seed.
Well, I'm going to guess Thieves Town's going to be leading right into Skull Woods.
Well, we don't need to beat Skull. That is a pendant skull.
This is a pendant skull, okay.
To the question, are we getting boots this seed? Kaze, would you get boots?
I have not looked where they are, but I'll tell you here in just a second. Unlikely, but maybe? I'd have to look at more of the log to find out, but yeah, they're not convenient. What do you think?
I think you do.
I think it just really depends where the rest of your access is. Seeing where they are. But it's going to require some tools to get them, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot to this. With how early we can get the boots, I think it's worthwhile here. Like, I think it'll pay off in the long run in this seed. Our boots are on the smith. As you can see, we still need a set of mitts to get them.
It's going to be a little bit of a trek to figure this out.
Yeah, there's a puzzled look on her face for that one. Like, yeah. The cape is both invincibility and necessary for this seed, actually.
Yeah,
We do absolutely need a cape.
And we want it sooner than later.
Oh, that red Zizak, not our friend.
Yeah, that's not a fun hit to take.
No, not right here.
Good use of the magic cheapskate here.
Oh,
That was a good attempt at that with the.
yeah, just
saving.
unfortunate.
I think what makes that hard is when you turn off the cape, you get that half second or so where you just can't move.
Exactly.
And when you're stuck with having to be in place with skulls flying around, fireballs coming from every direction and whatnot, like it's a lot. There's something.
I'm not sure what she's looking for. I think there's small variety. If she's looking for magic, she can just get it in height. It's just available in bumper.
She may not be aware. I think she's going to lift pots and cross her fingers, and she'll be happy. Fib is taking some damage here too, but he stays just above that 0 mark on health, so that fight got scary real quick at the end.
But yeah, as we were talking about, these are our Titan's mitts, so good item. And I am surprised by this play. I thought we might have stayed here to get those boots.
I wonder if this is going to be a play into ice. Because I think that does save time.
Oh yeah, we do need the mirror.
This is smart.
Yeah, real heads up,
this is
actually.
Real smart. Yeah. Walking down there, that would be pretty slow, plus the save and quit.
Yeah, no, this is actually really smart.
Like, this is going to save a good amount of time, so I like this play. So we're going to be getting mirror in here.
He knows how much he had to hit that shot, too.
Yeah, that was a critical shot to make this whole play work.
And unfortunately, it's just because of the fact that we never got the magic refill out of Beaten Thieves.
With how many she killed, that's kind of surprising. That they just refused to drop. And there we go. So it looked like, maybe I'm seeing things or I'm having some deja vu, but it looked like Fib was starting to walk down and then saved and quit. I wonder if he was scouting the route here or just had a realization midway through. It's like, wait a minute.
By the way, Kason,
a solid minute here.
I found something. You know how we were talking about do we think our runners are getting our boots tonight?
Mm-hmm.
We have to get our boots.
Okay.
They're hard required. All this shouldas and wouldas and mights.
Yeah, being able to get them this early, honestly, it's a no-brainer.
But they're actually physically required to beat this seed, and I didn't look at that. It's better than a torch key. It's better than a torch key.
Is it a different torch key?
No.
King's Tomb.
You're getting closer, but just watch. You'll see. You'll get a good laugh from this one. Oh, Fib doing another save and quit. He's ahead, but these are the kinds of things that really do hurt you.
Yeah, like, Leo does have that death to blind, but this route is already starting to pay dividends.
Yeah, like
this is
Fibonacci has
gets you straight to the flute into CAC with the smith. You get your boots, you activate your flute. Like it's just one straight line, and like part of me was thinking it's like Fibonacci should, you know, just committed since he has already started instead of doing that save and quit. But with the flute where it is, like, he kind of didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
You gotta just save and quit and eat the time.
Yep. And that's the thing, like, he had that one there as well as the save and quit off of Bumper Ledge. Like, he was all ready to start walking back into CAC.
Yep.
So these are little time saves for Leo. Like, if she can clutch out blind on 5 hearts now with the Master Swords beams, this becomes a whole new race.
Yeah. This gets real close, and like if she continues with this cleaner routing, like this is not over by any means, just due to the one death. Like this gets real close, real fast.
But yeah, Fibonacci gonna turn in. Oh my gosh. Leo's dashes are really scaring me.
A little bit.
Like, I'm waiting for her to get frame ruled on every one of these dashes. It's terrifying.
That spark, like 1 pixel behind the hitbox.
And I was thinking of the dash behind the Zyzak there, the red Zyzak.
That one too, right before it. They're both a little scary. Okay, now we have blind down here where we want. This is some top-tier dodging going on here.
I'm not clenching, you're clenching.
Yeah, no, I think we both are.
Bravo!
She can unclench now.
Yep. And really the unfortunate part here is that she had a really good strat using that cape right after finishing phase 2. Unfortunately, she bonked the wall and lost all of her magic.
Yeah. Like that was going to work out great. Have the cape, keep your beams, and then he's right there down at the bottom. Vib is going for this hover for a lamp. First try, good.
Yeah, very nice. Good hover. And gets the bomb return. Nice. And for all that, he's going to get a free heart container. And this is one of the things that is curious. This is the right play from Leo, I will say. We do need this.
I haven't looked at what it is. I don't think it's going to be a big deal for Fib. Because you have a flute. It's always just a flute away to get to be able to turn this in. But
it is one of our medallions.
I'm going to assume that's one of the ones we need. I don't see if it's been marked yet. But I'm going to assume that's for one.
We do need ether for Misery Mire. We have vanilla medallions tonight.
Oh, that's always fun.
And yep, Leo is prepping for a hovering.
She did nail this in the first game. Not this one, unfortunately. Vanilla medallions, vanilla sword. Not vanilla shield.
Wait, isn't there always a shield on Motorworm?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
I saw that hesitation there. Leo has thought about giving it one more shot.
I gotta say, Kaze, would you have killed Moldorm for nothing? I don't see the value here.
I wouldn't kill him for nothing, but that's not a red crystal? No.
Like, I would have waited for Hook.
Reds.
Herod only had a shield. Like,
there was nothing in there.
Like, I mean, we can make the jokes, haha, funny, like, you need a shield to get into Swamp Palace.
Right.
But I don't think that's worth the play to do it now before...
Yeah, no, Leo going right by it, which makes sense. Like, if you don't need anything out of there, you just do it before GT with a hook shot and save a solid chunk of time.
Now, one of the things we had talked about before the start of the race was that Book of Medora from Fibonacci out of Paradox Cave. It does have some value to us in this one. It is going to lock our silver arrows on the Bombos tablet, so it looks like Fib has committed to getting that later with probably his swamp play. And Leo is also going to. Kaze, by the way, it's the bonk shot.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we needed boots.
I was about to say, we're going to see some more hovering. Nope, we're not.
Yeah, this was one of those rare bonk shot seeds, so you had to get the boots off of the smith to get through this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't kidding when you said they're required.
So it does look like Fibonacci is getting his Ether Medallion now.
Which really is fine. In a way, like, you save a second or two because you can dash through on the way to pick him up. Maybe, but I think that any time save is negated by the extra flute menu, so I don't think it really makes any difference.
And it looks like it's a lot closer. I will say that it's a little less than it may first appear. Leo is down that Hera right now.
Yeah. And Leo's is going to be significantly faster with the hook shot.
But at this point, really, this is... We're starting to get into, like, follow the leader territory for most of this. The seed's going to start really getting linear. Like, if you look at the equipment we've got, you know, the equipment's pretty much the same for both of our runners. The biggest piece that we still need is our Quake Medallion, which is in the path. It is in the critical path, folks.
This is basically at this point just Dungeon Rush.
It is. The two items we do need are Samaria and Quake. Both of them are on bosses. Yeah, I forgot Samaria for some reason. We should just have it right now.
I am curious. Yeah, the Leo doing what I'm not too surprised, getting this burst, which can speed up the Argus kill a little bit in phase 2. Although if you nail the phase 2 quick kill, I don't think it makes a difference.
I think, like, the big thing here is that I understand the reason to get the silvers. I think I like Fib's route a little better because of the fact that it saves the screen transitions and the mirror transition.
Saves the extra mirror transition.
Yep. Well, it's also, what, 2 or 3 extra screen transitions?
Yeah, because you got to go back and forth, whereas Fib gets them, assuming he does, which I can't imagine he won't at this point. He's just going to mirror, grab them, and flute away.
And realistically, for Fibonacci, what he's going to do is he'll use Fire Rod or Ice Rod to kill Argus. Like, that's a very straightforward boss fight,
Yeah.
even without the silver arrows. He'll be able to still one cycle phase 2. Yeah, this is called Open Spoiler. The way this mode works is right at the start, our runners were provided with the spoiler log. It'll tell you all the locations of the items, the prize packs, whatever you want to know about the game is in the spoiler log. They get 15 minutes to study it and build their route, and then at that they just go. Leo needs that bomb. And yes, we do have access to the log as well as a crew. I like looking at the log. Kaysden doesn't as much, but you know, everybody's got their own kind of feels.
I've come around on it. Like, I don't really build a route based on it for the same reason I didn't join this tournament.
That's unfortunate.
On Leo's side.
It's really hard because like when you're playing this mode, because of the low percent stuff, this is true of like of any time when you get down to low health, you know, you start playing a little bit safer.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what that does is that you're actually more likely to hit damage at some points in these rooms because you're trying to avoid stuff more than you should.
Yeah. Sometimes when you just don't realize how much you rely on your muscle memory and just get things done, you know, automatically versus to having to, you know, think about it and actually work on it on the fly. So I noticed Leo doesn't have any bombs.
Yep.
I don't know if there's any that are going to be available, or is she going to have to do this vanilla? Especially with that cane we just saw. We're not doing that. We're not doing a cane diver now.
No, we are not.
So we'll see. Hopefully she recognizes that she doesn't have bombs.
Leo,
please. That's one thing I don't know that people pay that much attention to in this compared to before Specky Clip existed, is just how much... Where are we going? Are there bombs over here? Has it been that long? Nobody does this dungeon this way anymore. But yeah, before Specky Clip, like, you don't really ever think about bombs in this dungeon, even though they're all over the place. There's plenty of them to get. But now that every time you go in, or if you take a death, like, you're using more bombs. It is a very bomb negative dungeon now. So what are we going to be getting here in Pod? Looks like Pod is pretty much just a go mode dungeon.
Yeah, I'm looking at this log case. I don't see really anything.
Yeah, and I think all we need is that Quake medallion at this point.
Yeah, and that's off of Vidi.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a dungeon rush.
Well, and Kay's like, because of the fact that you have to spend those silver arrows on Vidi, I'm wondering if I would have gone to Mire first just to give myself the arrow refill in Eastern and Pod.
Not a bad idea.
Like, I know we're at silver, so it's not a huge deal.
I think if you're going to do that, there's even something to be said for do Mire, then do Eastern, and then finish with Pod. Yes, it's an extra mirror transition, but it sets you up for very good resource management with your arrows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, you look at Fibonacci's arrows right now. He's got 22. Let's say he enters Armos at 30. That's not unreasonable. Like, no, Eastern Palace is Arrow Palace.
With silvers, though, like, if we didn't have silvers, I think there's more argument to be made about it being an issue. But with the silver arrows, it should be pretty straightforward. Like, it's not like you need that many going into GT. Or
like,
for that matter.
As Amareth's saying, like, part of this mode is definitely the resource management side of things.
Yeah, and that can vary a lot from seed to seed. Sometimes your enemies just happen to be in that prize pack that's very useful at exactly the right time and place. And sometimes you get seeds more like this where they just don't give you anything.
Yeah, and this is something we don't talk a lot about in most rando modes because of the fact that you're opening everything in, you know, a typical rando experience. So, hey, I'm not great for bombs. Wait a minute, I can go, you know, I'm going to open 5 chests in Hype Cave, and probably 2 of them have bombs. One of them has arrows.
One of them has 10 arrows, and you just don't have to think about it.
Yeah, this spoiler is definitely more of a thought-provoking exercise. It's also execution, but how you plan out routes. Nice 10 drop there.
That's a super convenient drop.
Yep. Nice silvers kill there for Fibonacci. Leo having a good turtles. I'm sure she's really pleased with that turtle kill. There we go, the head bob. She is definitely feeling the turtles kill.
Turtles room is quite satisfying when
when the turtles cooperate.
Don't decide to go off in different directions. I think there's a way to get it more consistent because I see like the top level NNG runners do it and they never miss it. So there's got to be something you can do to influence the way they move, but I've never figured it out.
And Fibonacci with the memes.
I missed it. Did he carry or toss?
He carried.
He carried. That seems to be the new norm.
Yeah, that seems to be the new meme meta, is to carry the Murderdactyl into Mire. We applaud you, Fibonacci. Thank you. Meanwhile, Leo into Eastern Palace, and she is using those tools. Hammer dash through the pot, cape dash through the cannonballs. Save some time.
Oh. Fib forgot something here.
Kays, this is
he's in full-on go mode mentality. So not quite ready for that.
He's got a good smile on his face. I like the spirit. This is a Hovermire. And I think he just got one step ahead of himself on the Hovermire. He was gonna hover to the big key, I guess. Because there it is in the bridge chest. Very good concentration there from PH, and he does get the Mire hover. Very good. Two very clean hovers today for Fib.
First try always feels good.
Yeah. If you haven't watched a lot of Link to the Past Randomizer, it's definitely become a very commonplace glitch. A lot of runners do know how to do it these days, and it does save little bits of time. It's not a be-all, end-all skill. Like, in the hierarchy of becoming a good rando player, it's low, but it can help occasionally, for sure.
Yeah, one of the first things you usually realize when you start hovering is just how rarely it's actually useful.
Yeah.
But it is nice to know on the odd seed where it can make a difference, because when it can make a big difference.
Yeah, we actually had a full-on hover seed earlier this tournament, and luckily the seed was between two hover runners, so it was really quite a show. Faker Jr. and... or was it Mufte? Mufte and Talithar, I think?
Hearing about the seed, but I don't remember who ran in it.
Yeah, I think it was Faker Jr. and... or Mufte and Talithar. Full-on hover seed, pendant Trinex had the hook shot. And we really got lucky that both of the runners were hoverers. So, like we said, it's rare. It's cool, like, to see it every so often, but...
Yeah, Fib almost got the full Waffle House. Very close.
I just can't bring myself to go for Waffle House.
I mean, if you hop down that ledge, it's insanely punishing.
It is. It feels bad.
Yeah, but when you get it, it's definitely feels good.
Yeah, I will say the routes have been pretty even. I think Leo's early route was a little bit like she had more confidence in her route. Unfortunately, a couple of mishaps.
Yeah, the late game is very much just go to the places and kill the things, so there's not really any room for deviation.
And Leo going for her hover. Halfway there, very nice. 3/4, and she gets it. Nice, yeah, redeems from the hover in Spec Rock. She is stoked for that one. But yeah, like, I think if Leo gets that early bomb to do Mini Moldorm Cave, like, it really pays out in her route in doing Mini Moldorm into CAC instead of Fibs CAC into Mini Moldorm. And then the Mitz Mirror combo with Flute, like, Leo knew what she wanted to do there and was ready to stick to it. Fibonacci was just a little bit lagging behind on that idea, unfortunately. So, like, Leo's route has been strong. It's just the Blind Death and the Swamp Death have kind of what have put her so far behind at this point.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, this becomes an execution battle for the most part. And Fibonacci is a very, very strong NMG runner. So this becomes, you know, a harder deficit for her to make up.
So I know we talked about this before the race started, and I'm still curious because I think I know what the correct answer is here, but do you go for any additional swords?
You've got me, Kays. Like, I don't know what to say here.
Like, I think the objective answer is no, you don't. But
By the way, let's watch out for those chomps. Fib got bit hard.
People are much damage, do they?
Only the most damage in all of them for the past, besides Ganon.
I mean, yeah, what can you do?
Yep. But no, the swords. So to anybody who doesn't know, we are going to be going to GT soon. Ganon's Tower Big Key is very early. I believe we said it was DM room.
Yeah. And then you get a choice of either finishing on Master Sword or finishing on Butter.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And it really is that.
There's zero chance you finish on Temper that I can imagine. Like, if you're ahead at your Fibonacci, do you consider it at all? Just on the chance that it could secure your lead? Do you have enough
That's the thing.
to go for that?
If I'm Fibonacci and I'm watching this race, I know I'm up 2/3 of a TR.
At least, yeah.
With a Hera. Like, he's got Hera already done as well. If I'm in that position and I'm Fib, I do it. I think I secure my victory by getting those swords. I think in a close race, like if this race was, let's say, roughly tied. Fib, which chest you getting, buddy? Was that a security heart piece?
Maybe it was, thought I had one more piece. Yeah, like, even if it's a close race, if you go for that sword, there's even a little bit of a psychological aspect to it. I don't know that you can spend that time, though, because I don't think it's going to save enough.
Yeah, like, if this was head-to-head, like, Kaze, if you and I were in this race, and we enter GT at the same time, I don't think I'm getting that sword.
I think I'm playing that by ear, based on how I've been playing the rest of the seed. It's got to be a little bit careful here with this magic situation.
Yeah, and I don't think he has a refill. I think that's why he's being so deliberate.
Yeah, because if he were, and he should be okay now with the head dead, but if he were to run out of magic on this fight, this race flips in an instant.
I mean, if
head one more time.
Yeah, this is scary. No armor upgrades.
Okay, we're through the meat of the fight. But yeah, heads up on Fib. They're taking it a little bit slower just to make sure to get the job done. Because again, that is not a good place. And I missed where Leo was. She just took
Chomps.
Chomps.
As not always, the Chomps claiming another victim.
Die in here, but
no.
It never feels good.
By the way, that's 10 hearts now for Fib.
That's a lot of hearts for Spoiler.
Yeah.
A very healthy seed.
I mean, Leo's going to get a 10th heart as well at this rate, so.
Yeah.
Leo, use your cape. Or don't.
Or just get the key, that works.
Yep.
Fibonacci will be entering GT here. Looks like Fibonacci has the 15 minutes on his timers.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Not seeing things. So just under an hour played, including the 15-minute long parsing study period. Interesting, we didn't grab the torch key.
That tells me Fib is not even playing for Rando Room. He's going to play just for DM.
He's going straight. He's going straight to the climb.
But he didn't even pick... Okay, there's the small key. That's a freebie.
Yeah. I think I still get the torch key as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can get the mini helmet key. But
Like, the damage boost, or like, the strats for that mini helmet key, I feel like just getting either the pot key or the torch key would have been faster. And I could be wrong.
or at least about the same. Like, that goes back to NMG, the 3 locations you can get your second small key. And, like, unless you're a top runner, generally people will tell you, like, just get the torch key. It's consistent. It always takes the same amount of time. It's not much slower, if any. And if you don't nail the other rooms, like, you will lose time.
But Kazin, that pre-Mortem chest key is so much fun to do right.
It really is. Like, I won't stop doing that. Like, I won't take my own advice there, but it's just a fun room.
When you start knowing some of the strats for like no major glitches runs and what we can do, it definitely tempts you to start doing those more often. They just look cooler.
Once you do them enough, like, they just become muscle memory and don't even think too much about it.
Hello, Meyer 2.
Has to be a little bit careful here. She has a blue goo.
So to the question in chat from Phantom, what happened for Fibonacci in Mimics 1 was he actually overwrote the damage with a sword beam. On the same frame that the silver arrow hit, he also had a sword beam out, and that sword beam hit like at the same time and overwrote the damage.
That's never fun.
No. Well, having a bit of an adventure there on Trinex, unfortunately, but does get through the fight. She's a little frustrated, but she's through it. Yeah, we usually don't see that damage overwrite too much in a lot of rando. The spot it usually happens... Oh, there's the... Fib might have been counting.
Is there a pre-Moldorm key?
Is this NMG? This is NMG!
It is.
Yeah, we don't see that happen too much in the Mimics kills. The spot where it happens more often that people see, or at least I'm used to, is like Argus. I've had it happen to a lot.
Argus, it can happen a lot, whether you're going for silvers or fire rod, ice rod. Like, if you're too close to him, it can definitely cause that problem. I have seen it from time to time with the Mimics. Also, the Igor in the back of Eastern Palace.
Oh, yeah.
That one can happen a lot, too. Especially...
A similar place you see it, but we don't really note it as much, is actually the sword beams and sword.
Yeah.
Like, the sword damage gets overwritten by the sword beam, and the sword beam damage is just trash.
Yeah.
But Agatu down for Fibonacci. He's just got a pig as Leo is about to enter Ganon's tower.
Fib goes for any Samaria strats here, or is he just going to keep it simple?
Looks like he's going to keep it simple.
Keep it simple, get a nice top right there.
Unfortunately, I don't think he got really any extra spins.
No, he slashed to the side there instead of slashing upwards, and unfortunately when you do that, your sword will usually bounce off a Ganon. So you really want to be slashing upwards if you're trying to charge up a spin when you're that close to him.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's doing these side hits. These side holds. Am I missing something, Keys?
You're not. You really want to hold your sword directly away from Ganon. But I see people do that, and it happened to him again right there in this corner. That he just was holding the sword, slashing it out to the side to start charging, and it just bounces right off of him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not surprised. Leo's had some a bit of a time with this seed, so I'm not surprised she's going for the sword. This is kind of like her return tournament. So still has some stuff she's working on, so definitely wants to have a little bit more comfort here at the end.
Yeah, it may be a case of watching the restream too. If you know where Fib is at, might as well make ending the race a little bit nicer.
Yep.
That's a silverless hit there, Fib. See him.
As always, Master Sword silverless is impossible. Yep. If you have Master Sword,
couple good setups for it to be super consistent, but you really kind of have to retrain your brain on how to do the fight.
Yeah, the fact that you have to hit spins to freeze Ganon causes you to go for silverless hits more often than not.
Yeah.
But yeah, get your GGs in chat for Fibonacci crossing the bridge and finishing with an official race time of 1:07:11, which is about a 52:11. Meanwhile, Leo did decide to forfeit when she saw the completion there from Fibonacci. So GGs to both of our runners. We'll try to get them in for some interview. I thought the invites should have gone out. I do see Leo in the setup. We'll see if Fibonacci joins.
Mode on, though. She can just join.
I don't think she's actually in this Discord.
Oh, she's not in this one?
Not yet.
Okay,
I keep telling her to.
Up, so hopefully Fib will get in here shortly as well.
Yeah. You might be waiting for Fibonacci. So, Kaizen, what did you think of this seed?
It's honestly a pretty about as straightforward spoiler seed as you could ask for, really.
Yeah, not too bad.
Other than the, I just heard a ding.
It was a Marith.
A Marith, okay. Yeah, so other than the, kind of being forced to end on Master Sword or spend some time if you want more than that, that's really the main noteworthy thing.
Oh, apparently, Fib might not have gotten an invite.
That happens from time to time, but it looks
It
like
does.
Marith is working on that, so we're going to try and get them both in
I just
here.
sent one to him personally,
In
so
just
that
a minute,
hopefully
okay.
does it. And apparently Leo is by forever. Or by 4.
By 4E. Well, we do have Fib in the waiting room, so hopefully they'll jump up here in just a minute.
Yep. We've got a Marith back. We've got a Leo. And we've got a Fibonacci. GG's, everybody.
Whoa,
Whoa,
GG's to both of you.
Jeez. Hi.
All right. How we doing?
Oh, we're good. How are you? How are you two?
Sweaty?
I have a box fan blowing right at me, so less sweaty.
Smart.
Look, I failed one hover tonight and I got the other. I'll be really happy about that.
You got the
We're
harder
good.
hover
You
of the
got the
two, so
harder
that's
one,
good.
too.
Harder of the two. Yeah,
Nice.
I was gonna say.
Black Rock was just a warm up. It's fine.
I will say, Fibonacci, nice double hovers.
Thank you. Did you like where
Unfortunately,
I had to go back so I could set up the hover? That was actually the only reason, is I didn't think it'd be fair to hover immediately. I needed to go around and make sure that the door was in fact locked.
okay. Have you
Well,
been playing
you
too
did
much
confirm
keys
that.
recently? Is
You
this
know
like
what?
a too much key sanity, thinking you had it already?
I hate to admit it, it wasn't even that. It was literally the, oh yeah, I'm going straight to the back and I need to remember to grab that chest. And like my brain was like, yes, you can do all of that. And oh
Just
my
grab
gosh,
it.
wouldn't people, it would
Grab
be
it
so
on your way,
embarrassing
just
if I
hook
went
shot
to the bridge
across,
chest
and
first.
there you go.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty fun seed, pretty interesting. Not
Yeah.
there wasn't like, honestly, there wasn't really a whole lot of really mean stuff. It was like a teeny dip in ice, and other than that, really nothing too bad.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking about this seed. I know Leo, going into this, your kind of big thing was, can you get the route advantage? And we saw that happen. Leo, your route just a bit cleaner than Fibs. Unfortunately, it was the other side that kind of was the difference on this one.
I won't even lie. I came into this race fully expecting to lose. Like, my big goal for this tournament was play 3 games. I played 3 games. Great success. I feel good. This just means that Fib has to pay for Korean barbecue on Saturday.
This is true. I've heard that it's a binding contract. I don't know. What do you think, Hazen?
Okay.
And it sounds good to me.
Where was my invite?
You're invited. You just got to get out to California.
Yeah,
Jesse,
this is
if
true.
you are, I'll put it
So-
this way: if you are there on Saturday, not only will I cover your meal, I will cover all of your drinks for the evening.
I mean, I'll double or nothing that if you make it here on Saturday.
I mean,
Um,
damn, I don't have money, but count me in.
Just call
Fib,
his
well, I
bluff
just
right
see you
now.
at SGL.
There we go. I clearly it's still the offer extends, right?
I'll just see people at SGL. Clearly not my team at this rate, but Fibonacci I'll see
Look.
probably.
Yes.
I know.
Sir,
I know.
Have a
I
damn
want to
good
go
reason.
so bad.
I
You
have a
know
damn
I
good
want to
reason.
go so bad.
I know. I'm sorry.
Man.
But yeah, the on the route side, Leo, the mini Moldorm into CAC to Dark World was probably a really heads up idea. Unfortunately, bombs were not available.
Yeah. Okay, so I had written down, Uncle Sword, Mini Moldorm Cave, right? Completely, and I even wrote down, go to the well, because there's bombs in it. But I wrote that down after Mini Moldorm Cave, and then I was like, why did I not... Okay. So then it's like, okay, counter, let's go see if I can get a bomb from south of Grove. I don't know. YOLO, let's go. I kind of panicked. And then I got the one, and I'm like, that's all I need. Let's go.
Yep, let's go.
All I needed.
It's amazing.
Now, PH, on the other side of this is, I have to ask, were you watching the restream a little bit, or?
I was not. I don't. So, if you probably could gather, if I'm doing anything other than playing, I'm trying to figure out the rest of the route.
Well, and that was
when I'm looking down like this. It's like I'm trying to be like, oh god, what next?
Yeah, we were curious because we saw you get those mitts off of the ledge as Leo was also doing the same and heading towards ice for the mirror, and we thought you might have been going to pick up Smith and then kind of realized, wait, the better route is to get mirror and then do Smith, because and then you can also route in the flute. So we were a little curious what happened there.
No, like it's literally what you said. It was I got the mitts, I started walking to the Smith, and as I'm walking to the Smith, I realized, oh, this is going to be gross. I'm going to save and quit, and then I'm going to go get the flute. Wait, why the hell would I do that before going to get the flute? That's really bad. That's a bad idea. I should just even though I've already saved and quit, it's substantially better to go to ice. Like I told Leo, I legitimately had no idea where she was, because I feel like I would like change up potentially what I'm doing, and it would mess me up.
Oh, I get into my own head more than anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I might tune in every now and again, like, when I get to the climb, but today I was like, I don't have the mental capacity to even open it, so I'm just like, no, like, I had to deal with the DMV today. Nope, we're just gonna play our game, and then once Fib finishes, if we're not on Ganon, then we'll just call it.
Yeah, Kason, sorry I cut you off there. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. I think I was just saying something about the route where, like, if you're parsing the log and you just see boots on Smith, like, it's very easy for your brain to just say, go do Smith now. Must get boots now. But you kind of sometimes just gotta look at the bigger picture there and be like, okay, but there's a much better way to do this, and overall it's going to save you time more than having the boots for a few extra screens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would have been. I don't know how much worse it would have been, but I think the answer is a lot.
I think you're talking about at least a minute, honestly.
Yeah.
Between having to save and quit with the Smith, go turn him in, then you got to save and quit and go to ice, get your mirror, save and quit again to go get, well, maybe not save and quit, or probably would, but then you got to go get your flute, get all the way back to CAC yet again to activate it, and then you can move on with the seed. Like, that's, I got to imagine that's, if not a full minute, pretty close.
Yeah. It's no bueno. Leo, I was curious, like, I'm assuming, but I was curious, like, I saw the, I don't know if you were talking about it at all during the stream, but the two swords in Rando Room, that was nice.
Oh yeah, I 100% got those. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was contemplating it, but I decided that I would just take the time to grab the book and the silvers, and I figured that probably was okay. And then I had a really, really, really awful Ganon, and I was like, you know, it probably would have been faster to just go get the other swords.
Yeah,
Kason and I went back and forth on that one a lot.
I have mixed feelings on if it's faster or not, but realistically, like, I know where my execution is at, and Master Sword is not gonna happen. Master Sword climb specifically, like Ganon, whatever. But Master Sword climb, I know I'm not gonna nail. So I was like, there's two swords here, we'll just grab them and then we'll go.
And I think that's really what it comes down to is, like, I think the fastest route through the seed is to just stay on Master Sword, get the silvers, like what Fibonacci did here.
Yeah.
But that's 100% contingent on you nailing the fight, like maybe doing some Samaria strats, get the 2-in-1 with Master Sword. If you do that, there's no way getting those extra swords is faster. But you have to be able to pull that off, and that is not an easy strat. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it's probably... I think with how poorly my fight went, it probably would have been worth it because, to Leo's point, like you also gain benefits in the whole rest of you gain benefit in the climb, faster Moldorm 2, all of that.
Like
But
worst case, it's probably a wash for you.
yeah, with how
Worst case
like if I'd had a
scenario.
better fight, I think it's to your point.
Yeah.
I think even with not like 2-1, but like an okay fight, it was just mine was really slow.
Yeah, if you have a little bit cleaner fight, it's probably faster in most cases. But again, like there is that comfort level. There is also a little bit of a mental game where if you were watching and you know you're ahead by enough that you can get those swords, then you kind of force your opponent to be like, well, now I have to stay on Master Sword, and then I have to nail the fight. And if I make a mistake, I'm screwed. But meanwhile, you would just be sitting there comfy with a butter sword, you know? Like there is another aspect to look at and how you're going to play that. So I think that kind of makes this mode really interesting sometimes.
If I may, it's the good old meta.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, just straight up. And I think it's interesting because, you know, Fib had mentioned not like watching the restream. I wasn't watching it at all either. And it's like, we never would have known if each other got whatever swords. Like, I see now that he finished on Master, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. So, because it felt like most of the last, I don't know, half of the seed was pretty on rails. Because
It's just go beat some dungeons and you'll stumble into Quake, and there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I thought
pretty
that
much.
It was once you, it's basically Overworld clear, dungeon rush.
Overworld clear, get your Meyer Big Key, and then dungeon rush.
Maybe. Look, I don't know. Potentially off.
I'm sorry. I had to poke a little fun there, but it's all in good fun.
That's the least of what I deserve, so totally fair.
I'm laughing, but I'm also confused about what this is referring to, so I'll just watch it back and find out. But yeah. No, GG for sure, Fib. Like I said, I did not come into this like with any expectation that I was gonna win. Like I ended up practicing your previous 2 seeds, funny enough.
Yeah.
And I
just said nice.
Yeah, I beat you in one and I got destroyed in the other. So it's like this could go either way. We're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I definitely did not assume a win in any sense of the word. Like that, I can assure you. I think, I think pretty much everyone here has said, like, I would concur. I expected to give up some time in the route. I expected that I'd probably have some opportunities to pull some time back in the execution. And then it was kind of also partially what was the seed like, right? If the seed was really, 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 really complicated, or there was like a really big gotcha, like I don't think this seed was hyper complicated, and I still almost made a pretty bad error. Even so it very easily could have been like a little bit gnarlier, and I missed something, and you're 5 minutes ahead of me. Like that would not have surprised me at all. So, I was very, very happy to see that we got paired up, because I don't think we've ever directly raced in any kind of a one-on-one capacity. So this was really cool, because I think obviously we run in a lot of similar circles, but this was the first chance. So that was really exciting for me.
Yeah, no, thinking about it, I think you're absolutely right that we haven't run together. So this was, I mean, like you said, like we run in similar circles. Like I consider you a friend. We're literally gonna go get dinner together on Saturday. Like I straight up, like, I feel good about this, like, race, this competition. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say, but like it was completely like no stress as far as like, oh man, like I'm playing somebody that I like totally hate or whatever. Like I got a vendetta, I got a corrupt. No, like just, I don't know. I got to have fun, And I say that knowing that I died like 4 times, but whatever.
Well, Leo, and GG's again. Jesse Kaysden. It's also. I'm just gonna add really quickly. It's amazing because on the Discord it's JKLOL in order, which is so good. For the logos, it's perfect. But really, thank you. I'm super excited to watch this back. Amara, thank you so much for kind of running the show as well. And these are always super fun to do these races with people that you know and like, and comms that you know and like. So I'm super stoked. Can't thank y'all enough.
Yeah, no problem. As we were saying, this is of course the end of the line for Leo in this one, but she doesn't seem too worried. Fibonacci, you do have Brogor next.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh my god.
Yep.
He's been like lurking in like the Leo PH like planning chat. He's just like
He's like already playing the mental game and getting in our heads before we even have a chance to play ourselves.
And of course, I will say, lurking behind the winner of that match is Andy. So,
who?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Never heard of the guy, but yeah, this is the fun part of this tournament.
Wait, is that the guy that plays games, but most of the time he's just streaming for Juno?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's the dog stream, the cute doggy stream.
Amarith says he owns a mint company.
Oh shoot, Ryan Reynolds?
I am so
Andy's
right
mints.
Oh, okay. I was like, Mint Mobile? What?
And on that note, I think we are going to call it a night. Do make sure to give our runners a follow. Links in the chat, I hope. The bot's going to respond? No?
Probably not.
Nope, of course not. So go follow Leo and Fibonacci. Thanks again to Amarith for tracking and for Kaysden for allowing me to pull him in to come another race with me in this tournament.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yep. And we will see you tomorrow. We do have 2 races on the schedule. 12:15 Eastern Time. We have Faker Jr. and Mufte. This race was supposed to happen today at 12:15 Eastern Time. Unfortunately, had to get pushed back to tomorrow, so that'll be happening in less than 12 hours. It is assigned to Speedgaming. We've got a full crew for that one. Clearmouse and Gem on comms with Lady Laura Linda tracking. And then at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, we do have a match between Secretly a Sliver and Shady Force. That'll be on SG6. Still looking for a little bit of crew, but it looks like we've got a comm and a tracker. So, well, this tournament does roll along and has plenty of ways to go. So plenty of matches. Do tune in, and we'll talk to you all later. Have a good night.